Folks, the soon-to-be senior senator of the Mountain State letting her thoughts be known of President Joe Biden's nomination for the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, James Marzano. Biden made that nomination in the summer of this year. Marzano currently is a Idaho National Laboratory detailee on the U.S. Senate Committee on Environment and Public Works, and his duties there are advising the committee on policy matters in relation to clean air, climate, and energy. Now, the ranking member of the EPW, Senator Shelley Moore Capito of West Virginia, expressed why she could not support this nomination in a statement released today.
I believe that the White House has sort of exaggerated Mr. Marzano's experience in the nuclear energy industry, although I do recognize his training and time working at a power plant. As I stated at his confirmation hearing, demonstrating a capacity to follow procedures is fundamentally different than a commissioner's role in setting policy, promulgating regulations, and adjudicating significant legal issues. After considering Mr. Marzano's responses to my questions for the record, I do not have confidence that he has the necessary background and experience to be that agent of change at the commission. Subcommittee.
And again, that was the soon-to-be senior senator of West Virginia, Shelley Moore Capito, speaking on her decision in regards to that nomination. We'll have more on this on our website, WVVA.com. But now